Good morning, fellow traders. Welcome here. It's time for the Good Morning Market Prep for Tuesday, July the 6th, 2021. I hope everybody had a wonderful weekend and a great night last night. It's brought to you by Positive Trends Research, and everything we're going to talk about is for educational purposes only and not investment advice, so please take a moment to review this disclaimer. Awesome. Good. All right, well, let's check and see where we left off the market on Friday. So, nice push up. We were up like 30-something points on Friday. Green here on the monthly chart. Green on the weekly chart. We got some nice follow through from the prior week's nice candle. McClellan Oscillator still hanging out there, so we're good, and so far, right? And the daily chart, again, nice push on Friday to get to fresh all-time highs. So lots of fresh flows coming in, right? Last week, beginning of the month, beginning of the quarter, and we're going to see if that flow continues or if they decide to pull this thing back a little bit right here. You can see we got to push, I love this, we pushed above the impulsive channel right here, which is bullish, right? So you kind of have this 1-2 extended wave 3, so just kind of keep an eye on it. If we break below this geometric line right here, we could, look for a little ABC wave 4, and then we'll see if that holds, and if we get a wave 5 push up to kind of finish a larger wave 3 move. So definitely something to keep an eye on there. Again, it is possible, depending on how the volume comes in today, that if we lose a couple of these geometric lines, we might see some fast selling on the S&P. So that is something that we're kind of keeping an eye on right here. But we do have a lot of support zones below. We're pretty choppy here so far this morning on the futures. Obviously back above the overnight highs, fresh all-time highs. The longer we hold there, the more this thing pushes up. But ultimately, right, so we had this big move on Friday, right? So the scene of the breakout right here actually leads us to an open gap. And then we got a VPOC below, and then below there we've got lots of space between VPOCs. We could have VPOC dominoes, right? So we just need to keep an eye on it and see how it goes, Steve. Right now I'm not really seeing a lot of risk in the news. There is some... what is this? Okay, anyway, so... yeah, there's no really major risk right there. I mean, OPEC, the oil thing is a big thing, right? If prices continue to drive up on oil, that could kind of hinder the economic move. No one's really talking about that, so that's kind of something to keep an eye on there. You've got China and cryptocurrency, which kind of affect things. We'll look at Bitcoin in a little bit. And I think there's still like a little bit of Russia worries. And of course, the China nuclear thing is getting a little bit weird, but we haven't heard much back on that. So we'll see how that goes going into this week. Maybe nothing. Maybe something. Maybe nothing, right? So MES, again, same thing, right? So we lost a geometric line overnight. And we'll just kind of keep an eye on it and see if it can break above essentially these levels right here. It looks like it's already trying here pre-market. So not a lot of economic data today, just some manufacturing numbers. So we'll see how that goes here today. Let's say with the Qs, again, they had a huge day on Friday, right? Big tech really strong. Microsoft, Apple, really big names. And the Qs are perking up here this morning, may continue to push to fresh highs going into today. The weakest link, goodbye, right, is IWM, right? So it actually kind of looks a little bit like a bear flag. Watch how it handles this geometric level and how the IWM goes today. If this does break down, right, it could be caused by the XLF, right? And then, of course, keep an eye on your airlines, your cruise lines, stuff like that. But keep an eye on the XLF right here. It's been generally kind of trying to hold up and kind of cracking through some levels right here. I mean, you can kind of do a fresh little line right here. You can see it's kind of breaking down a little bit here this morning. So watch the banks. See how they hold. They oftentimes give us lots of clues into the market action. VIX gapping up here this morning. Not too surprised. We did have a lot of lower shadows here off of support. So it's kind of a weak close on Friday, but 3-day weekend. So market's down a little bit here this morning. It's kind of choppy, mixy. So it's just kind of up here today. But if the VIX really starts to perk up and wants to get to these levels, right, then we definitely want to keep an eye on that and see how it runs, see how it handles that area above. Let's take a look at Apple. So Apple's had a pretty big run up here recently. It's about flat here this morning. So again, kind of a larger harmonic type move and an embedded harmonic there, kind of working its way up. So again, another push above these highs. Can see Apple continue to move. Tesla. Let's take a look at Tesla here this morning. Kind of sideways action, guys. This is gonna be an important week for Tesla. We had a we're kind of in this triangle right here, and I was hoping that we'd close above it with some good volume, but the volume came back into the short side, and if we lose this, we might actually kind of come into the gap. So it's all about how Tesla handles this this plaid thing this week. It's kind of a big deal when your new car that you release either just spontaneously catches on fire and melts. So Bitcoin, guys, again back to the ADMA here on the daily chart. So had a Thank you so much for watching. If you want to get more in-depth video coverage on the stocks or setups that are on our radar, be sure to join our group or subscribe to the Bubble Report for more morning analysis. The Bubble Report includes S&P 500 review, also a market profile game plan on the S&P futures, sector updates, gappers, orbs, unusual option activity, economic calendar, and we also have Elliott wave counts that are on our radar made by Algo 382. Be sure to click the link at the end of this video to subscribe today.